Just watched the testimony from the former hostage, or a hostage, once a hostage, always a hostage, Eli Sharabi. And I guess, Baruch Hashem, he speaks good enough English where he was invited to the UN. I believe it was the Security Council. I'm not sure where he was sitting. It was one of the smaller rooms at the UN, kind of like a semicircle or a circle. And he's saying, basically I was there and in captivity for 400 and almost 500 days. And I saw with my own eyes how basically Hamas intercepted all of the so-called humanitarian aid that was meant for civilians in Gaza. Right? One thing he didn't mention was that Hamas physically beats any so-called civilian who intercepts this aid for themselves, meaning intercepts as in takes the aid that's meant for them, for themselves, as opposed to for Hamas, right? So he says Hamas took all this food. All these Hamas guys around there were eating all this food. We got none of it. We starved, right? Obviously. And he goes, no, none of the civilians actually helped me. No one in Gaza helped me. No civilian. The civilians cheered on this whole process of me being starved and me being in captivity. And my friends, that's not the first time I heard that. The first time I heard that was from Mia Shem, the hostage that was originally released in November 2023. She said it on Israeli television. She never came on, she went to the Oscars, but she never went to the public. She never went to the UN to say in English, in clear English, understandable English, basically what? There's no civilians in Gaza. Which is what Eli Sharabi said today or yesterday. There are no civilians in Gaza. My friends, he basically said in plain English, everybody's complicit. Everybody in Gaza is complicit. Everybody in Gaza, maybe down to like the child. When I say child, I'm talking about 7, 8, 9 years old, is complicit. Folks, why are they complicit? Because, again, they're taken by Hamas and they're turned into an orc. They are reprogrammed, rewired into hating Jews and believing that every Jew on earth, not just Israel, not just the state of Israel, not just the Zionist entity, every Jew on earth has to be unalived. This is what they are taught to believe. Now you could say, Tzvi, there's got to be somebody who slips through the cracks. It can't be everybody. It's not everybody, right? Some people end up leaving Gaza, going somewhere else, testifying, like this guy, son of Hamas or whatever, testifying that, hey, this is what they teach people, and, I'm not like this, I don't believe in this, and, even joining kind of the Jewish people and supporting the Jewish people, supporting Israel, working to help Israel, all the rest of it. Yeah, it happens every once in a while. Somebody has to, in any situation like this, sociological, anthropological kind of, setup, somebody slips through the cracks. But folks, 9%, 99.5% of people do not slip through the cracks. They are ensnared in the net of the orc factory. So my friends, everybody's complaining that Israel is now going back into war against Hamas, and Israel is doing, indiscriminate this and indiscriminate that. My friends, ultimately, there's no civilians there. Aside from the fact that Hamas even hides behind people who look like civilians and uses them in human shields, we know that. But everybody there is complicit, guys. Everybody there is complicit. They support this orc entity. Their children have been turned into orcs. The civilians participated in these kidnappings, and they participate in the mistreatment of the hostages. My friends, basically everybody in that place is Hamas. And the children, unfortunately, have been turned into Hamas members, Hamas soldiers. Yes. Oh, isn't that what they say about us, Tzvi? That we're all soldiers? Yeah, but we're not, right? Israelis don't wake up every waking moment, hey, I think today every Arab on earth should be unalived. No, we do not do that, my friends. If anything, we do the opposite. We hire them, we make them citizens, they will allow them to vote in the Knesset. We hire them for jobs because whatever it's cheaper to pay them than to pay, let's say, Jews, right? We do the diametrical opposite of what they were accused of doing. But my friends, in Gaza, they wake up every day and every waking moment, and they want every Jew on earth to be removed from earth. Not just the Jews in Israel, not just the Israeli government, not just the Zionist entity, not just, certain Zionists and blah, blah, blah. Folks, there are 15 million, depending on who you ask, let's say 15 million Jews on earth. They want all 15 million Jews gone. Friends, so what are we supposed to do with these people who want us all gone? The ones in New York, the ones in Los Angeles, the ones in Miami, the ones who are for Israel, the ones who are against Israel, the ones who, against the state but for the land. Every, what's called hashkafa, every philosophy a Jew can have. They don't care what your philosophy is. If you're a Haredi, we've seen videos of this, right? If you're a Hasidic Jew who's against the state of Israel and you're walking outside of the old city on Shabbat, they're going to throw crap at you, like they threw like snowballs at these kids or stones, and call you what? A Zionist. It's just synonymous for them. It doesn't matter. Just replace the Lashon, replace the word. Zionist, Jew, descendant of an ape and a pig, as the Quran says. My friends, it's difficult for us to understand this sentence because we are looking at humanoid beings and we're thinking to ourselves, intrinsically, we understand Hashem creates everybody in the form of Tzelem Elokim, in the image of himself, right? But unfortunately, guys, it's possible to turn something that was created b'Tzelem Elokim into something that is not. And this is what's done every single day in Gaza. It's literally done every single day. It's hard for you guys to accept what I'm saying. It's hard for you guys to, it's difficult. It's difficult because somebody did that to us, even though we're not like that. Somebody said that about us, even though we're not that, right? Dr. Mengele said that about us. Hitler said that about us, right? But guys, the hostages are telling you this. The hostages are not right-wing fanatics like Tzvi over here, like Rabbi Kahana, like whatever, right? Like Ben Gvir, like, R.A. Derry. The hostages are telling you this, my friends. Eli Sharabi is telling you this, and Mia Shem is telling you this. That they're not using the words that I use, but they're literally telling you there's no civilians in Gaza based on their experiences in hell. There's no civilians in hell. There's none of the demons that I dealt with, that's what they're saying to us, are civilians. They are just demons. I was in hell for 500 days, and all I saw was demons. 5-year-old demons, 20-year-old demons, 50-year-old demons, 60-year-old demons, every age. Demons, demons, demons. That's what they're telling us, guys. It's difficult for us to grasp. It's difficult for us to accept. But this is what this is, my friends. Again, I'm just echoing the words of people who were in Gehenna, fellow Jews. That's all I'm doing. Don't shoot the messenger. All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon.